Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So, looks a bit chaotic last week. Let's just get a level in here just to see what has happened. So that was the previous all-time high at 18,640. We did try come back and test it early in the week, but then it was a big up, big down, big confusion situation. I do like the look of the oscillators at the moment. So this retest late in last week's session of 18,640 is something we do need to pay attention to. There's nothing really else ahead of us except for that high at 18,869. So oscillators are really looking good. Don't have diversions or anything, but a separation like that is always exciting. And then we have the 3 hour doing exactly the same thing. So could be a big range that is forming. We do have a little bit of a gap up this morning, and you want to try and get that level in, which is right here at 18,728. That's where the gap is at the moment. So nothing really to read into this on the 3 hour. We are in an upward trend, but strong move up, and this is sideways. And you can see last week, big down, formed a flag, and I suspect the flag has been tested, or tried to test the flags. You can see this diagonal plus horizontal support in the same zone. This is a relatively important area at 18,640 being an all-time high, and also looking like a trendline break retest. But let's just take the diagonal out. It's just going to confuse us, and pay close attention to this range that is forming. So when you drill down to the levels we're looking for, you can see Wednesday was buying off the dips, and you can see where the dips were coming in. I think it was just Thursday, which was chaos. What did we do here? We had a move there to there. So we had a 1.2% fall in the market on Thursday, and then Friday we were just confused. So let's just pay attention to the levels at the moment. You can see this 18,728 is a strong area of support, and then just above it you can see there's another strong area of support, and we've just gapped up above that, so that's 18,762. So ideally we want this gap to close, so we're looking for 18,728 to close, and then there is a possibility, or let's just say a fairly strong possibility, that we come back to test 18,640 being the all-time high as well. So I'd be a little bit cautious this morning. I think it is poised for a strong move, but you're going to want to be small position sizes, and you're not looking for shorts, definitely not looking for shorts, we're looking for longs, but you just want to be buying off structure. And this to me is the best structure, which is 18,728. And then just above it, you can see there's a couple of tails just above it as well. So that's the area that I'd be paying attention to. We could still find support at 18,762. That's a very strong possibility. And then we're heading for 18,869. We'd obviously need to clear 18,869 and come back and test it before we start looking for any breaks above that. So for me, this is the zone. I would prefer this gap to close. It would make life a lot easier for us if the gap closes, because it's not going to be acting as a magnet trying to draw people down to it. So I'd much prefer that that closes, and then what we're looking for is a retest, not of the high, but just second high. And if we get through that, then we'll test these two tails, which are the high from last week. So yeah, it does look a little bit shaky with that range bar that's formed on the weekly, and it's an inside bar as well, and you've got sort of diversions forming here on the weekly, but that's only really going to play out once it drops below this low of 17,448, and that was in mid-March roughly. I'll give you the date now, 14th of April, sorry. So that was the low of 14th of April. So that would trigger a double top on the weekly. But for now, this is onwards and upwards. Look at my oscillators pointing to the upside. I don't see a reason for looking for shorts at all. We are ranging at the moment, so that is the only problem that we do have. So what you're looking for is pay attention to these levels, and I think these two are the critical ones, 18762, and I would prefer 18728. If we can find support there, definitely looking for that. And then also bear in mind you've got this massive pin bar here, which we did test with another pin bar, but that was the previous all-time high at 18640. But don't be too surprised if you see us dropping all the way down to that. I think that's going to be the bottom of the range that's forming. I don't think a top has formed just yet, but it'll pick one of these tails on the upside here to turn, and then that would be the top of the range. It does need to consolidate. There's no two ways about that. So it's been a strong move up the previous week. So this is a week of consolidation. So if you drop below the lows of last week, then I would expect us to find sort of start moving down to test one of the previous swing highs. Maybe this double top that failed here. Maybe a bit lower into this zone here, but we're going to have to drop below 18640 and retest it before that comes into play. So for me, that's just bottom of range at the moment. So you're looking to buy, and you're looking to buy off one of these three levels. Okay. Take profit is definitely 18869. Unless there's a massive catalyst that drives us through this, then you're going to take profit at the high of last week. You want to see a break and retest of that before jumping in for a continuation to the upside. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. It is looking fairly interesting. Could range today, or it could actually just be a short range and then a break and continuation. Could also turn out to be a double top, but we'll have to wait for the break below the lows for that confirmation, and then we can look for the opportunities to the downside on the 15 minutes if that does happen. Anyway, hope that helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.